What's up, guys? Thank you for joining in. Second video here I'm making. So last week, May the 1st, went over all the trades that we had placed on currencies. So I'll be doing this every week for you just to go over visually, help explain this a little more in detail, my strategy and the things I see. But thank you guys for following. Thanks for everybody joining in. Excited for the group. I'm excited for us to grow and for us all to succeed in being a professional Forex trader. So let me open up my chart here. So first currency I'm going to go over is USDJPY. Placed this trade about around on Wednesday, I believe. We had some different things going on here, different things kind of predicting here, trying to follow price. But I'm going to get right to the point. I kind of want to keep them short and sweet. Last video was about a half hour long, a little more, maybe like 38 minutes or something. Just way too long. That upload time was ridiculous. I don't want to do this again every week, leaving that stuff overnight uploading. So I just want to make it short and sweet. So I'll make it for each currency pair, and then maybe that way it won't be as maybe hopefully not boring. But anyway, so USDJPY Wednesday, after we lost some pips here, price broke down. I was expecting it to go up at this point. I was finding really nice support here. I figured the dollar was going to be increasing in strength, and then Trump put out a tweet with the tariffs and price just went right down. But at the same time too, on the technical aspect, it did make a double top on the 78.6 and 38.2 extension. There was bearish divergence, but can't always make them right. But we lost a little bit of pips, but we just made them back up. So what I want to explain is that trade that I took in, and keep in mind, you're not going to be 100% right all the time. So losses are just part of the game, and you just have to take them, but use proper risk management to not blow your account on just one trade. So on Wednesday, what I saw after price broke down through here, saw a nice rising bearish wedge. It was a nice continuation pattern towards a possible downtrend now. But I drew this trend line out, and this is actually a real quick lesson too, which was a lesson a little bit for me, because you're not always going to draw your trend lines perfectly or correctly, I should say. So I drew mine out as you would, as mostly anybody would. You draw it from this point, and then you would just connect it right down to this wick here, and have it just connect as well this bar right here. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, got a nice pattern here. Now I don't enter trades right off of breakouts. I always want price to go right back up and retest it, and then give me like a nice engulfing candle or just some type of bearish candle confirmation. So I saw price go right back up here, which is right near the 61.8 fib that I have drawn out. So a nice long wick, basically touching that trend line just about. And right off the second candle here, I placed that call to short USDJPY. It was right around 110. Now price, I didn't have this little support drawn out before. It's very minor, but it looks like it could actually play a little bit of a role here in the moment. But price went right back up. Now I didn't panic. I just looked at my chart even more. I'm looking at it, and I noticed, you know what? This is why I love trend lines. You think you might have it right, but there's a couple different ways you could actually draw it. So what I ended up doing, I readjusted my trend line. I readjusted it so that way it's still touching this wick. It's actually touching these two candles here instead of this one just here. Touching more at the body instead of the wick here and this body. And then it actually touches this body here, which is the neckline of this nice double top. And as you can see, price went right back up to this point. Formed a nice triple top since it touched the 78.6 and 38.2 extension 3 times. Retested this trend line, which actually this was even more of a confirmation for me as a retest, because generally you'll see when price breaks out it could be sharp, but the retest usually should be just as quick and just as sharp, which confirms it even more. And once it touched this spot here, aside from being a triple top, it touched that wedge that it broke out from and went right back down. So then I re-entered back up on this trade around 110.40 as soon as 110.400 as soon as I saw the bearish engulfing candlestick, and then right when this one was coming with this long wick, I just entered right around here. So now we're here. This is playing off as a little bit of a support. from here, which is somewhat near this neckline. And like I said, it's nothing's 100% in forex, like I've mentioned before. So it's not going to be perfectly drawn out right from this point, right point to here. But it is in this other major support zone that I have this yellow rectangle drawn out for. So we're going to see what price does here. It has respected this 200 EMA a couple times. Fake broke out here. But in big picture, though, what I've noticed early on this week is a nice bullish bat pattern from my X, A to B, right around 50, retracement, 88.6 right up here near this triple top, which I like to see market patterns form in harmonic patterns, preferably at the completion, but at any point in time, like the C wave as well, can also confirm that for me, the C point. So we got the triple top going right back down, respecting 61.8 and we're back down. So I'm hoping for the price to actually break this 200 EMA, as it actually broke the 50 level and retested it as well. As soon as it was retesting the 61.8 and my EMA crossover, right there is another confirmation. So I'm staying in this trade. I stayed it over the weekend. I'm kind of trying to shoot a little big on this. This is probably finally going where I expected it originally to go, and it faked me out thinking it was going to go back up top. So we're going to watch this closely, see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. Another cool little trick, depending on your RSI settings, mine follows price pretty closely. So I draw trend lines on my RSIs as well as price. So notice the trend line on my wedge on the RSI. As price broke through the wedge, it actually broke through the RSI trend line as well and retested it right up here, which is perfect. That's just extra confirmation for you. So watch that. Let's see. Next part here. If we actually zoom out here to the daily, right to the daily. So triple top formed right here at this resistance, this double top neckline, which it touched here. What you could actually see here is a nice bigger picture of when this happens, I feel really good about. If you grab your Fibonacci real quick and we draw it from the low point right up to the high point, which is going to be right around here, which actually lines up perfectly where these trend lines are crossing. I love things like this. When things lined up like that, it's just extra confirmation for me. So if you draw your Fibonacci's, saw the 50 line right here, right at the neckline of this bigger double top. Let me grab my brush too here real quick so you guys maybe can see this better. But remember, double tops and pattern. So going up, going down, going up, and then hopefully going back down, which follows this harmonic pattern, the bullish bat, but also this neckline right at the 50 fib. And I love having double tops, double bottoms, triple tops, triple bottoms forming at the 50 fib line. Just adds extra confirmation that it is actually going to be playing out as a double bottom, double top. So watch for that with your Fibonacci's. I'm trying to get rid of this brush here real quick. Alright, fuck it. I can't fucking grab it. I'll play with this later. So, alright, next biggest thing, when I've been following this pair, on the monthly chart, you could see there was supposedly a nice ascending triangle, which is what I was expecting, you know, price to just be going up from there. I don't really follow the monthly chart, neither do I trade it, but I do watch it every now and then, especially if I see some market patterns forming, because then that's usually big. Obviously, as you know, the longer the time frame, the stronger it is. So, but then I noticed if I draw my trend line right from this area, touching here since price broke through, I do have another triangle, nice pennant, as you recall, forming right here, which is where price is at right now. And notice this trend line here is right near the completion of this bullish bat pattern, right around the 88.6. So just things just lining up on this pair. Now keep in mind, this isn't 100%. Don't look at this video and feel like, oh my god, wow, there's so much confirmation, so much confirmation to go bearish on this and just short and blow your account. because especially on a trade like this, when we're trying to catch here 200-300 pips, you got to allow some movement in price. You got to let it breathe. And that's partially why I don't set stop losses. More times than not, you set a stop loss. Like if you've watched the market maker video I posted earlier today, price will stop you out and then actually go where you want it to go. And the worst feeling, as I've experienced before early on in my trading career, you're gonna get stopped out, and then price will do exactly what you expected it to do, and then you're just gonna sit there counting all the pips you could have made. So, not saying not to use stop losses. That's just my trading style. I watch price action. I have a feeling towards when I feel price will actually go against me, when I'm in drawdown, and when I feel price isn't doing what I expected it to, and then I just exit out, and I calculate my risk that way. But if you're starting out, I would recommend stop losses. Set them for at least 50 pips away on most of the calls I'll be making, since they're swing trades. If I do some type of day trade and I'm trying to catch a quick 40-50 pips, I'll let you guys know. And at that point in time, I'll most likely give you a stop loss, because I don't want you to go way out into drawdown for not much reward. So that's what I see for UJ. I feel pretty good about it. Keep in mind, always feel good about your analysis, trust your analysis, but always try to look out where price might actually go the other way. So at this point here, the way this daily candle closed, at this doji, just shows indecision at this point, right at that level. Price is still above the 200 EMA. It's been respecting it, so I'm going to watch it right here. But I do feel good about it. I have the crossover of the EMA. I have it retouching 61.8. It's been trying to break this level. It's not breaking it. Formed triple top, which coincides with the 78.6, the 38.2 extension. My RSI is following trend lines. Price is following trend lines, retesting this wedge right here, this wedge pattern. So, and I have this nice big bullish bat harmonic pattern, which right now is playing out with the weekly trend line that I have drawn out here. With the retracements at the 50 here, 88.6, 1.9, which is right in between the 1.618 and the 2.618. So right in line. So I'll be watching this for shorts. I'll be adding entries as I see them. I just want price to break this 200 EMA, and I feel like it'll just give me more confirmation. But we'll be watching this level here. So 108 would be a take profit. Price can come back down to here and find the support right near this neckline of this big double bottom. Double top that I seen on the weekly, and just we're gonna watch price here. This will be my ultimate take profit, but feel free to take profits as price goes. I'm in it for the longer run and adding entries, because that's my goal. That's what I see for this trade. But make your own decision on that. Don't just wait for me to call signals. And please try to, if you like my strategy, if you like my analysis, try to learn it. And I want us all to make money, but I've learned this from experience. If you're in a group and you're just here for the pips, you're truly not going to learn anything, and most of the time you'll get blown out, because you're either not using proper risk management, you don't know why we're going short or long on a currency pair, and you don't know how far the target is or when the price will be going against you and reversing, and you're just watching your profits getting depleted as you're hoping it's going to go right back towards your favor again and remake all the money you just lost. So try to learn something, ask me questions. I'm here. I'm working on the website, the courses, but I'm trying to be as active as I possibly can in the group. My main goal is to teach you guys and try to break that 9-to-5 grind. That's what I'm about. So quick thing actually as well, since we got sidetracked here, is on that triangle again. So that's for the harmonic pattern on the decompletion. But if you see the trend line I got drawn here on the resistance of that triangle, the pennant, whatever you want to call it, following right down, and we have this double top actually, which on the bigger scale, on the weekly, the double top forming right at that resistance. So I'm expecting price to go down and hit this point, and once it hits this point, it might actually follow this completion of this pennant here and shoot back up this way. But that's, as you could look on the dates here on a weekly chart, we're talking early next year, towards the end of next year, so there's a lot of time for that. This trade ultimately can actually be held for quite a while. for at least another month if you're actually going to trade it from this point all the way down to this point. Now, I'll be trading it from that point. I don't think I'll actually keep my positions open all that long, but I'll be adding entries as it goes. So that's the ultimate goal, and we'll just follow price as it's coming down. All right, so that's mostly what I have here. That's my analysis. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you for joining the group. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. I'm going to try to make these as educational as possible. So any feedback, please feel free to add in the group. And so now I'm done with UJ. I'll be moving on to my next currency pair, and I'll just be adding up these videos for you guys. Thank you.